Hello world! In this episode, I'm going to do my salute to Independence Day in celebration of its 30th anniversary. Can you believe it?
Something you want to add to this briefing, Captain Hiller?
No, sir. I'm just a little anxious to get up there and whoop ET's ass, that's all.
So, in order to do a proper deep dive into the movie, I'm going to have to talk about spoilers. You've been warned. Do these extraterrestrials come with a little too much extra? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that you did.
He said he was on the verge of a discovery so terrific that he doubted his own sanity. There was a strange look in his eyes, some mystery.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it!
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I want to play a game.
I'm aka Mr. FLIXTER. Here to talk motion pictures.
Mr. FLIXTER.
In case you didn't know, well, I was born in Canada. I grew up in the States, and I moved away when I was 18, so I spent my adolescence there. And I still have family that lives there. So America's always been a big part of my life. So, this is for all my American friends and family. And of course, my American fans. Before I get to the review, here's a quick word from my sponsor, W Energy. This video is proudly sponsored by W Energy. Use my code for a 10% discount on their website. Mr. FLIXTER, all capitals, no spaces. And full transparency, I do receive a little commission for every purchase that you make. So by buying their products, you're supporting my channel. Their mission is to provide clean, jitter-free energy drinks. So try one today. Do you want to know more? I'll leave a link below in the description. W Energy. Be better.
Hello, world! It's now a film critic extraordinaire. Hey, why should you research fireworks before purchasing them? To get more bang for your buck.
The ultimate game of chess unfolds as humanity's will to survive challenges an alien invasion with the intent of extinction. So, Independence Day was made on a budget of $75 million. It made over $817 million at the box office. In fact, it was the highest grossing summer blockbuster of 1996. Now, to put this into perspective, other movies that came out that summer included Twister, Mission Impossible, The Rock, The Nutty Professor, Eraser, Phenomenon, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, A Time to Kill, and The Cable Guy. What a hell of a summer. And it still came out on top. Just think about that.
That's impressive.
Directed by Ronald Emmerich, the opening scene symbolizes the movie perfectly. As the UFO flies over the moon, the footprints left behind by the astronauts fade away due to the vibrations. Any sense of centuries of hard work done by humanity get wiped away by extraterrestrials within seconds. That's what the film's all about.
That's what I call a close encounter.
From there, it jumps around from LA to Washington, D.C. to NYC. Bits of humor is sprinkled in as the characters and the mystery is introduced. The initial setup is well crafted because the laughter helps with getting emotionally invested with characters. So when the tension mounts, the audience cares about the outcome. They take the classic 50s style UFO look, but make them massive. And I love the irony of this shot with the Statue of Liberty, because she's always been a beacon of welcoming aliens. The scene of the major cities being covered in shadows still gives me chills to this day. The action doesn't start until over 40 minutes in. That's when we get the iconic scenes of the destruction of the White House, the Empire State Building, and the U.S. Bank Tower. Yes, that's what that place is called. Inside the mothership is also spectacular. And the epic conclusion is another fantastic aerial battle. One of many. The spectacular movie magic moment uses miniatures with green screens. At the time, this was cutting edge stuff. The battle happened shortly after the first scene of destruction between the jets and the smaller UFOs is also impressive. The adrenaline-inducing battle leads up to a crescendo chase scene in a canyon. That's when a small UFO crash lands, and the iconic line is uttered.
Welcome to Earth.
The script is full of quotable lines, actually. Others are,
And what the hell is that smell? I could have been at a barbecue!
or,
That's what I call a close encounter.
check these out.
Do you have any idea how long it takes for those cups to decompose?
If you don't move soon, I'm gonna start to decompose.
Checkmate. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You walked in the room and punched him in the head.
You punched the president?
What is it you want us to do?
You really think you can fly that thing?
You really think you can do all that bullshit you just said?
All right, you alien assholes. In the the words of my generation, up yours!
I ain't heard no fat lady.
Forget the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady. Drive us out of here.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
And many more. The first time the aliens are shown, the brevity of it all is the strength, because they don't reveal all their cards at once. However, I think the film needed to spend more time with the aliens to get to know them. It would have been nice to see them more in action, to establish them as more of a threat. Only glimpses of the aliens are shown when the president confronts it, or like when you show them in the test tubes. But at this point, we see what it's really capable of while it's alive and well during this interaction. More of that would have been nice. They set up how the aliens can use mind control, but don't focus on how this could be a potential threat too. They don't take advantage of that situation. Also, side note, admittedly, it's not a very creative creature design, being inspired by the 1947 Roswell crash landing conspiracy theories. It has that basic alien look, nothing special. What about their culture, their motivations, the social hierarchy, and their ways of communication? We also know they're technologically advanced, but to what extent? The alien autopsy scene is like something out of a horror movie, with flickering lights, smoke, and close-up cuts with jump scares. More of that would have been nice too.
It doesn't look alive, does it? The arm is moving.
The combination of practical models and CGI was equally important for the alien spacecraft. Miniatures provided realistic lighting and detail, while digital animation allowed the enormous ships to move, rotate, and interact with environments in ways that traditional techniques couldn't accomplish alone. They seamlessly composite live actors, miniatures, explosions, and digital elements into single shots. Those techniques helped fictional events appear grounded in reality, making the global invasion feel convincing. CGI made it possible to depict massive alien fleets, fighter aircraft, energy weapons, and large-scale combat without constructing enormous physical sets. The result was a spectacle that expanded the scale of blockbuster filmmaking. I love the score by David Arnold. It's one of the most exhilarating and patriotic orchestral compositions I've heard in the movie.
He did it! The son of a bitch did it!
And that's including The Patriot, too. Another Ronald Emmerich film. And if like what you see and you want to see more, I've also reviewed The Patriot on my channel, so check it out. Written by Dean Devlin and Emmerich, they do a good job of establishing who the characters are, where they're from, and why they matter, because it takes time for the world building. Therefore, the audience can get a clear sense of what drives them and why. How characters cross paths to integrate the subplots is pretty ingenious. It's a great example of logical storytelling because it shows cause and effect. Despite the contrivances here and there, there's a lot of coincidences. Despite being an action-driven blockbuster, much of the runtime is devoted to characters solving problems through dialogue and strategy rather than constant action. It's all about trial and error. However, the downside is that it slows down significantly during the second half, trying to juggle all the characters to give them their shining moments. I do like how the script touches on the conspiracy of Roswell and Area 51. This came out at the height of alien conspiracy theories, when the X-Files was extremely popular. Having Area 51 brings up discussions about trust, like when need-to-know information becomes relevant to disclose.
You knew about this place. When were you planning on informing the rest of us?
It had been deemed classified.
You should have told us about this when they first arrived.
Another plot hole I noticed is I never understood why they used the older spacecraft. Wouldn't a 50-year-old spacecraft entering the mothership be suspicious? They never mentioned the other freshly crashed ship from before. Has it just been sitting there out in the open in the desert the whole time? It's clever how they used the signal from the satellites from the beginning to take out the shields. I'm not entirely sure if it's possible, the way they described it, but hey, this is sci-fi. It's all about what ifs, right? So it's less about logistics and more about seeming to be logical. Makes sense to me.
You're talking about line of sight.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. The curve of the Earth prevents it. You'd need satellites to relay that signal in order to reach each ship. They're using our own satellites against us.
How did you do that?
I gave it a cold. I gave it a virus. Just like they used our satellites against us, we can use their own signal against them.
Using Morse code is an ingenious way to send encrypted messages. When state-of-the-art technology is compromised, then analog is the way to go. And besides, I've seen dumber things in other movies.
Do not attempt to grow a brain.
I love the president's inspirational speech. It's one of the best inspirational speeches I've seen in a movie.
The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday.
It cleverly gives the movie title multiple meanings.
But as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night.
It's not just about being a patriotic American per se. It's about saving humanity.
We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive.
I always love when a movie says the title of the movie in the movie, too. Like, you don't understand. I wait for it every time I watch something new.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Hello, world. This is Ursula, the sinister cinephile. If the aliens attack Mount Rushmore, it would be a monumental disaster. Ho ho ho.
Will Smith is Captain Stephen Heller, a fighter pilot.
You really think you can fly that thing?
You really think you can do all that bullshit you just said?
It's easy to see how this thrust him into the stratosphere of movie star fame. His quick wit and natural charisma carries the movie to new heights. His subplot comes full circle because going to space was set up when he gets his rejection letter from NASA. Here's his line to you that he delivers to Vivica A. Fox about being charming, and he says it in such a Will Smith way. I love it.
You are not as charming as you think you are, sir.
Yes, I am.
See what I mean? Speaking of Vivica A. Fox, she plays Jasmine Dubrow.
Look, why are you acting like this?
Why? That's why.
His stripper girlfriend. She's not ashamed of who she is or where she comes from. This is reflected with her no-nonsense attitude.
But you said you was on leave for the 4th.
However, I do think that the stripper with a heart of gold cliche was unnecessary. She could have been written with literally any other profession. Like, why wouldn't she be a nurse or something?
Come on, Joey, we gotta go.
Bill Pullman is the president.
I saw what they're planning to do. Nuke 'em. Let's nuke the bastards.
He uses nuances to emulate the character's sadness and pain as the weight of the world rests on his shoulders. When the invasion strikes close to home, his regrets consume him. How he takes these extreme fantastical situations so seriously, while using slight facial expressions to convey emotional responses, is where he excels.
I'm so sorry that I didn't come home when you asked me to.
It's okay. The doctors think that you're gonna be just fine.
Mary McDonnell is the First Lady.
What time is it there?
It's 2:45 in the morning. I know I didn't wake you.
As a matter of fact, you did.
Liar.
She's barely a character, with hardly any time to get to know her, aside from a brief exchange with Jasmine. Therefore, her death isn't very impactful to the audience, as it is to the characters involved. Jeff Goldblum is David Levinson.
Checkmate.
A cable/satellite systems expert. He provides his typical shtick, while being an eccentric specialist. His introduction discussion about playing chess in the park is another great example of foreshadowing, because it explains the name of the game, for those paying attention.
It's like in chess. First, you strategically position your pieces, then when the timing's right, you strike.
That's great symbolism. However, the libertarian environmental stereotype is a bit much.
Hey, do you have any idea how long it takes for those cups to decompose?
If you don't move soon, I'm gonna start to decompose.
Judd Hirsch is Julius Levinson, David's father.
You punched the president?
He's the comic relief and wise old sage, adding much needed levity while grounding the performance with profound existential advice. Although, the unnecessary Jewish stereotypes are quite evident.
If I knew I was gonna meet the president, I would have worn a tie. I mean, look at me. I look like a schlemiel.
Margaret Collin is Constance Spano, the White House's communications director and David's ex-wife.
David, how did you get this number?
Do me a favor, walk to the window.
And I'm looking for what?
You'll see. See it?
How does he do that?
Coincidentally, I know. She's great at being the voice of reason. Her being the straight man anchors the chaos surrounding her.
He can't do that.
Well, he just, did.
Randy Quaid plays Russell Case.
It's the wrong field, you idiot. Lucas's farm's on the other side of town.
Are you sure?
A single father who's an alcoholic crop duster and former fighter pilot. He hilariously bubbles along while claiming he was abducted in the past, while everyone else around him is fed up with his nonsense.
I was kidnapped by space aliens 10 years ago. They did all kinds of experiments on me. They've been studying us for years, finding out our weaknesses. We've got to stop them. They're going to kill us all.
His sacrifice matters, because he was set up as a drunken crazy screw-up. Not only was he right, he's vindicated by earning the respect of others, including his children.
What your father did was very brave. You should be proud of him. I am.
His redemption arc comes full circle because of this. His stereotypical red-blooded right-wing conservative views are as blatant as it gets, though.
Ever since I was kidnapped by aliens 10 years ago, I've been dying for some payback, and I just want you to know that I won't let you down.
James Duvall is Miguel, the eldest son of Russell. Lisa Jacob is Alicia, Russell's daughter. And Giuseppe Andrews is Troy, Russell's other son. While Duvall gets more screen time than the others, none of them really have enough time to become fully realized characters. They do have their funny moments, though. Harvey Fierstein briefly appears as Marty Gilbert, David's boss.
Checkmate. Oh my god! Oh my god!
The gay stereotypes are too much, though. He's funny, but his character...
David, why did I just send my mother to Atlanta? David!
Could have been cut from the film. No one mourns his death or mentions him after he dies. He's just there to be the token gay character. Adam Baldwin is Major Mitchell.
I'm sorry, sir. It's a clean room. I have to keep it static free. If we'll all go to decontamination...
Open the door.
Yes, sir.
He's fine, but he's your one-dimensional, typical take-no-guff soldier. He unabashedly tells it like it is, with smooth finesse. Cliché? Yes, but it suits the role well.
Is that glass bulletproof?
No, sir.
Brent Spiner is Dr. Brackish Oaken.
As you can imagine, they don't let us out much.
His kooky performance as the head scientist at Area 51 provides hilarious meta-commentary on extreme conspiracy theorists. The rest of his dialogue consists of heavy exposition, especially when he literally becomes the mouthpiece of an alien. He's still the underrated dark horse of the film, though.
Guess you'd like to see the big tamale, huh? Follow me.
Well. It seems this movie film needs the aliens to be better villains. A hero is only as good as his villains. Yeah, they don't look so tough. One at 'em. Yeah. I think not, BB Kitty. They may not be xenomorphs, but you're no predator either. I wish you had a close encounter with Alf. How rude.
So, overall, these extraterrestrials come with a little too much extra.
Game over, man! It's game over!
One of the film's greatest strengths is how visual effects serve the story, rather than distract from it. The filmmakers blended miniature models, practical effects, motion control photography, and early CGI combined with green screens to create an alien invasion that felt surprisingly believable for its time. Instead of relying on computers, the physical models give the destruction real weight and texture. It's always better when things feel tangible, you know what I mean? That decision is most obvious in the destruction sequences, especially the White House explosion. Created with detailed miniatures filmed at high speed, it remains one of the film's most memorable moments. The collapse has a convincing physical quality that many early CGI effects struggled to achieve. For me, this flick never gets old, because it's ambitiously directed with a clear vision, written with endearing, likable, relatable characters, and had cutting-edge special effects at the time. These extraterrestrials gave extra chess tutorials.
Checkmate.
Are the characters cliché? And is the plot predictable? Of course. But it never takes itself too seriously anyway. To roughly paraphrase Gene Siskel, if you love movies, then you love genre aspects, especially when they're done well. I also love the references to classic sci-fi movies, like War of the Worlds, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., and even shows like The X-Files, The Twilight Zone. A lot of these references you can see because they're on screen or something, or somebody says it through dialogue, but it's there. I remember seeing the movie in theaters opening weekend when it came out with my whole family, and being blown away at the time. In the theater, the audience actively laughed uproariously, clapped and cheered at certain moments. What a cinematic experience. Not only that, it set the bar for movies in the hot, sunny season. In the summer of 1996, this wasn't just a movie. It was a cultural phenomenon. More importantly, it changed everything because many filmmakers tried to replicate and blend its spectacle and practical craftsmanship. The film helped establish hybrid visual effects techniques that became commonplace throughout Hollywood. Talk about setting an industry standard.
What the hell are you?
It also reinvigorated the alien invasion subgenre. I had this on VHS too. I had this cool holographic cover. The White House was under the UFO, but when you turned it, it blew up. It was so cool. And I've watched this movie countless times since its release. So, it's similar to Mars Attacks, Pacific Rim, Battleship, and of course, The War of the Worlds. Any version but the 2025 one, though. So, if you love that 50s B-movie style set in modern times, deep-fried and corny goodness, served with extra cheese, then I highly, highly recommend this movie.
Oh, would you like to know more?
So, my official grade for Independence Day is large popcorn. And remember, the secret to fighting flying saucers is they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
So, until next time.
I'll see you at the movies.
Have a great day. Did you know that I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com? You can read my reviews on their website, and I make frequent appearances on their YouTube channel, HorrorBuzz Live. So I'll leave links below for that too.
How do you get funding for something like this? You don't actually think they spend $20,000 on a hammer, $30,000 on a toilet seat, do you?